Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here, coming at you with a different video than I normally do, and that's not going to be a platinum trophy guide or anything like that. It's more or less going to be a guide on, or information on, how long does it take to earn a battle pass in Smite. Now what this means is that I go from level 1 all the way to level 60 without buying my levels. I can do quest rewards, or however I choose to get the XP is fine. I just can't use gems or favor to buy the levels, and it's just to give you guys a rough estimate of how long it takes to actually earn something that's roughly a little, like around $10. Like you spend $10 and then you have to then spend this much time getting what you spent the $10 for. So yeah, it's a topic I like to discuss and go over. But for the main way that I'm going to be doing this is just going to be solo, like nobody else is going to be interacting with me really when I'm doing this, as all I'm going to be doing is playing co-op on easy mode. Main reason why I'm doing easy mode is that it's a lot easier to control the AI, and you're not likely to mess it up, of course. Medium is somewhat okay. The issue is that the bots, after a certain point, will start actually doing real damage and can eventually bring it back. And the main point is just to be playing conquest and trying to draw out as much time as I can per game. I'm pretty sure you're wondering, well, why don't I just do arena and do short games or joust? I've done the math internally, and the best game that you want to do is conquest. And if you're really just trying to minimize like time playing, you want to just go for long games, because if you're already in the game, you don't want to end it unless you absolutely have to, like something major comes up or whatever, and you have to leave. Now, the other thing is going to be talking about gods. Now, some gods are a lot easier to do this with, and some aren't. Most hunters are probably okay. Most mages are probably fine. You don't want to be using a guardian or assassin. They do have certain issues that I've come across. Main thing that you try and go for is just really good damagey type who can handle sometimes two different gods at the same time, and their full kits. Because by the end of the match, when you're sitting at over 60 minutes in a game, the bots are going to have their full kit, full build to throw at you, and it can just be a pain with some gods. One god I will highly recommend, if I can find him, is right here, Oleron. Doing an Oleron build, you can basically use his suggested items, and you'll be fine. But, so now I'm just going to go and show you all of my games that I went the longest on, and then at the end do the overall math of how long it took me to complete this. Now do note, I'm not just going to be grinding this out, because I do work a normal job, so I don't have all the free time in the world to do this. I don't get paid to do this. This is just something I think would be good information for you guys. So anyways, let's just jump right into it.
For sure, we're gonna do right now. No! It should have been! Two down. Doodlest! Blast! He's learning his fights.
What? Second place. That's weird. Ugh. Alright, now as you can see everybody, I have finally made it to level 60 of the battle pass. It took a bit, and overall it took roughly 65 games of playing, ranging from 15 minutes, actually from 11 minutes all the way up to, I believe the highest game I had was 114 minutes, almost pushing 2 hours. Now there is one thing I will say though, is that there actually is a cap when doing bot games, and that is after 115, I believe, or around the 115 mark, it will just kick you out and you won't get any of the experience or anything like that for the match played, which is quite annoying. But now, as you can see, pretty much the main thing that I did was using Heimdal. You can use his teleport ability at the start of a bot match if you're by yourself and just AFK in your fountain. You can guarantee 30-minute games every time by doing this, and then if you want to come back at the 30-minute mark, you can. As you'll see, I still have 38 days left to complete the battle pass. As you can see, I did do the challenges, so I did actually play some normal matches of actual people, and those are included in the amount of time, which I'll probably sit and go through and do right now. But the main strategies and all that is pretty simple. I would just AFK for 30 minutes or so, and then if I really wanted to, I would just play the game out, or just let the games go on their own while I would sleep, or things like that, you know, just to get as much as I could. So, you know, play a couple games of normal, then when I go to bed, start up a new one. Some people did encounter me doing this, and some people thought I was trolling while doing it. So for those of you who were a part of the experience and happened to watch this video, I do apologize. I was more or less trying to just grind out the battle pass, as this was the easiest method I found to do it, and we were doing it on easy conquest co-op. So now I'm going to go through and probably try and crunch the numbers and add all the time up so you guys know exactly how long it took me to go from level 1 to level 60 in the battle pass. Alright, so now I have gone through and done the time calculations and all of that. So after a total of 65 games equaling roughly about 1 day, 18 hours, 15 minutes, and 37 seconds. That is quite a lot of time of playing Smite just to earn the battle pass, and I'm sure not a lot of people just have that much time, and that just goes to show how much they want you to pay, or how much they want you to play the game after paying for these things just to earn the things that you've paid for. Do note this video isn't more or less trying to insult or target games specifically for this design choice, as I understand the more that people are playing their games, the more likely they are to buy things for their games or from their games, such as skins and battle passes and things like that. So from their side, I understand why they have it so long, but from a person who plays and works on multiple battle passes during my free time when I get free time, it is quite annoying. But all this video is meant to be is a showcase of how long it takes to earn the battle pass for Smite, and to give you guys an idea or estimate of how long it would take you of consistent playing to earn it, and the amount of games you're probably looking at. As long as you're averaging at least 30 minutes or more every single game, then you should be alright. Like I said, if you're playing bot games, you can easily push those numbers up to 60 or higher. And of course, the highest that I was able to get to was 114. I did have a couple of matches that kicked me out because they went on too long. That's why I say anywhere around the 115 mark is pushing it, and you'll almost be wasting upwards of 2 hours on a game that you're not going to get any credit for. So do keep that in mind for the future if you are going to do this strategy, and if possible, trying to work out whatever it is that you would like to do. And do note that this does include me doing the at least the first 5 weeks of challenges, which is a total of 5,000 extra XP on top of that as well. So like I said, none of the levels were purchased or anything like that, as this was a general show of time. But as always, I do hope that this video was informative or helpful in some way, shape, or form to you guys. And as always, this has been Mr. Pilgrim, and I will see you all in the next video.